the Defence Minister says severe budget cuts are making it increasingly difficult for the SANDF to take over the mooted function of maintaining its own facilities. Now, currently, this function lies with the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure. How big a problem is this, and perhaps more importantly, what impact might this have on our defence capability? Joining us now from the Defence website Defence website is Kim Helfrich. Kim, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Why is this change being mooted then?
Hi, Jeremy. To be brutally frank with you, the reason why the Defence Force wants it changed is because Public Works just doesn't perform. One quick example there, the Department of Public Works has been repairing and maintaining one military hospital for the past 7 years, and it's still a shambles.
So we know that the SANDF is generally under-budgeted. It would now have to take on this additional responsibility if the proposal is accepted. Conceivably, if I'm hearing you correctly, this could be the proverbial straw that breaks the camel's back.
Well, to be brutally frank with you, the camel's back has been broken. If you take another example, when the Defence Force took back the border protection facility from the police, they didn't get any of that police budget to do it, so they had to do it with existing budget. Similarly, with Public Works handing over jobs to the Works Formation, there's no budget assistance coming from Public Works. It's all coming out of the around 50 billion a year that the Defence Force gets from National Treasury.
So to answer a question that the Defence Minister herself posed a while back, at what point does the SANDF become unsustainable because of money, budgets, cash flow?
I think, Jeremy, there one would have to look at the sort of taskings that is given to the Defence Force to do with the money it has. Obviously, where it's a continental deployment like the UN peacekeeping force in Congo, we do get reimbursed to a certain extent there. But in terms of other deployments, the border protection one, assisting people in South Africa, it all costs money. And somewhere along the line, as the Minister herself says, we've reached a point where the Republic must decide what kind of Defence Force it wants. Now, how are we going to do that? With a vote, or is Cabinet going to do it, or what? We cannot afford what we've got at the moment.
So when we talk about the kind of Defence Force that we want, is it a completely different structure, something smaller, or is it, as you've suggested, maybe reprioritising the work that it is supposed to do?
Well, I think smaller is definitely one way to go, but we are, at this stage of the proceedings, we've had a personnel exit mechanism in place for the best part of 15 years, which hasn't seen more than 5,000 people leave the force. So you still have around 75,000 people in the force, which is just too many. Half of them are, well, not half, but a large quantity of them are not fit for purpose. You cannot deploy them, for example, as infantry soldiers. So, yes, definitely there is a resizing and redesign of the force needed, but what form it will take, that the politicians have to decide.
Kim Helfrich, thank you very much indeed from Defence Web.